Like he attempted to throw a right hand there, which missed Tommy. Now a right hand, there's a right hand, and that knocks Benitez back. They're going to call it a knockdown. Benitez doesn't like it. No question Benitez was hurt. It came off the right hand by Hearns. Now that right hand there, I was waiting for it to see now. We'll see a reaction of Benitez, whether or not he feels Tommy can hurt him or what. Now that was a combination of the fact that he was hurt and he slipped a little bit. His legs are still not very solid. It was a good clean right hand by Tommy. Benitez seems to have his legs back under him now, and Hearns will pace himself. End of round 5.
Okay, we're going to take a look at that knockdown here immediately. There's a right hand, right smack on the jaw. And it was more punch than slip. And let's take a look at it from another angle. A quick right hand that seemed to graze him, but was a pretty good punch nonetheless. I think what we saw there, remember we heard Emmanuel Stewart say earlier he's going to make his move. And from what I've said before, Benitez is starting to be more offensive because he's frustrated. And so suddenly, because of that, Benitez was in the range of Hearns. Benitez knows he must make a positive move to get to Hearns, and he's in Hearns' range now, where earlier he was not.
This is the 6th round. Tommy Hearns has been in control of this fight. Benitez pacing up early here in the 6th round. Takes 2 shots from Hearns. Benitez is somewhat reluctant to come inside on Tommy because Tommy is able to get off so many punches, whether it's left hook or right hand. I think Benitez feels safer against the ropes because, I mean, that's his fight. Well, he fought much of his fight with Roberto Duran with his back to the ropes very effectively. Here, Hearns is being very patient. Good shot by Hearns once more, and the legs once more on Benitez. Buckle under him a bit. Well, this is what Benitez has to do. He has to fight Tommy. I mean, he can't just stand back because Tommy's arms are so long. So Benitez has to fight, street fight him. Benitez getting Hearns against the ropes here, but not doing a lot of damage. Leaning on him right now. And Octavio Meron. You notice that Tommy clinched, and then people criticize Tommy for not clinching me. You learn every fight. That was a good shot. Good uppercut by Hearns. Benitez trying to weather this one, taking a few shots, takes a right hand and another left. And takes another straight left and holds on. Benitez is a little dazed, although he still has his senses together. Now see, Tommy can't punch himself out. So take his time and not fall into Benitez's trap. Benitez wants Tommy to keep punching, punch himself out. But now Benitez appears to me, Barry, a little tired himself. And he has not gone nowhere near the punches Tommy has thrown. This is the 6th round. Hearns has dictated the fight right from the opening bell. Again, the right hand that is set up, seems to be setting up, he threw it. Benitez just with the right hand that I felt he was trying to set Tommy up for. The lead off right. Now this is when Benitez should become very aggressive because Tommy threw a lot of punches earlier in that round. This round, rather. That was a right hand by Hearns and a right hand by Benitez off the right hand by Hearns. And there's a right hand that buckles Benitez. And Benitez is against the ropes and in trouble. Hearns
punching right hand.
Benitez just stumbled back to his corner. He's really hurt.
There we see Benitez in a zone that he hasn't been in much before. Now we're back with Tommy Hearns, and the important thing, the crucial thing in this fight is that the offensive fighter is making the defensive fighter fight in a way he doesn't like to. Here we come. There it is, the punch that buckled Benitez earlier in the round before that final crunching right hand on the ropes. Let's take another look at it from another angle.
You can see the leverage Tommy got from that right hand.
Ray, he seems to have been able to measure Benitez and catch Benitez with more big punches than we usually see Benitez catching.
And because of Tommy's reach and Tommy's speed, I think that's the factor there.
The other thing, Ray, is he just seems to really be right on balance with his punches.
I mean, everything. Tommy has learned a great deal. And experience is always a factor. And here, Benitez is trying to use his experience, but maybe Tommy's just too big, too fast, and just too much for Benitez. But the fight is still not over. You never can tell what's going to happen.
Well, Benitez has been in that place before. He staggered back to his corner against Harold Weston after being knocked down and came back and won the fight.
Well, again, we had the same thing we talked about with Pinto and Gomez. Can Tommy carry that much weight? Is he stronger at 154 pounds? And I feel he is. I think he can carry 160 pounds. He has his body can carry that kind of weight and be comfortable with.
Hearns being very patient here. This is the 7th round. 2 minutes remaining. Tommy's staying at long range now, on his toes, cutting the ring off against Benitez, fighting a very smart fight.
Now Tommy's moving so much that Benitez can't set up. If I was Benitez, at this point now, he has become more aggressive now. It's difficult to win a fight against Tommy Hearns moving backwards. He has to get inside, work Tommy's body, see how Tommy likes it there. But from the outside, Tommy's just too quick and too tall for Benitez.
There's a right hand by Benitez. Hearns kind of grins back at him.
Tommy has a tendency to smile when he's hurt. If he smiled at me, I know he's in trouble. He may be in trouble now, but I doubt it very seriously. Only Tommy knows for sure.
Doubling up with the left hand is Hearns. Inside the 30-second mark.
That right hand was a good right hand, bud.
And another right hand by Benitez.
We're starting to see a different Benitez now.
10 seconds.
Hearns doubling up with the left hand again, but that was one of Benitez's better rounds.
I thought it was his best round, but I called it an even round. He's trying to solve his taller opponent. Let's listen to Emmanuel Stewart.
You got to start tightening up your gap. You give too much time waiting on him now. You got to pick him. You're letting him get his stuff together, okay? Keep your left hand up where you can start shielding the right hand. That's the only thing you got to look out for. But so far, his left hook and his jab is not working. And keeping plenty of pressure on him. He eased up on him too much, Okay. You got to ease up. You got to get his confidence, get his rhythm up. And start cracking them right hands to the body. Whether they land down here don't matter. Just keep hitting them down here, hitting them down here. Then it'll come right across the shoulder, okay? Start shooting them down into his body. So you've got so many opportunities. This fight could be over with this round if you come out and open up on him. Man is ready to go. Ready. Give him a piece.
And there's Wilfred Benitez. You wonder when he's going to abandon his basically defensive attitude and decide that it isn't working and that he must become offensive if he wants to retain his title.
And Emmanuel Stewart saying keep the pressure on. You let him off a little bit too much in that last round. He started to get his confidence, and he also said, as you heard, that his jab has been ineffectual so far.
Because he has not been using that much. And the fact that, like I stated earlier, if Tommy can't hit the head, he needs to go to the body. Carry it down there a couple of times. Benitez has to be more offensive. He has to go to work now.
Hearns getting that jab into the face of Wilfred Benitez.
Benitez tried to make his his opponent fall asleep. This is
Good right hand again.
He's trying to do this with Tommy, bro. He gets inside, he feints and everything, and then all of a sudden, you find yourself falling asleep.
Well, I really am impressed with what looks to me to be Hearns' maturity here.